All right, I want to show you how relativefinder.org works. This is one of the more powerful tools you'll find to take advantage of all the information in your pedigree chart and see how you're related to people. And that could be how you're related to maybe living cousins or distant cousins or your ancestors or even famous people. So this tool was built by the Family History Technology Lab at BYU, and they do some really nice stuff, but this is probably their most powerful and most popular tool that they've built. So you go to relativefinder.org and then come down here in the center and click on sign in with familysearch.org. So you will need a Family Search account. If you don't have one, I'll create a separate video to show you how to sign up for a free account. It's very quick and easy to do that. So you need your username, your password, and then you click on sign in, and it will take you back to Relative Finder. It will take just a minute to calculate your relatives. First time through it will take longer because it's loading all your whole pedigree chart into their database, but it still shouldn't take more than about 5 minutes to do that, if that. So once you're in, some of the things you can do, if you look over here on the left, you can click on categories, right? And it will show you your relationship to different famous people by category. So business leaders, for example, and you can see here my relationship to all these different people like JP Morgan, Henry Ford, Warren Buffett. Yeah, very interesting stuff. They've got a pretty comprehensive database here. So you wanted to look at astronauts, you could click on that one and see all these different astronauts. But anyway, the thing I want to show you is a little bit different today. There are private groups that you can create, and I've created one for people with Dutch immigrant ancestors who came to Ogden. So if you come to the top, click on groups and click on join. And once you're here, there's a search field. You just type in Dutch. And it doesn't matter if it's lowercase or capitalized or whatever, just type in Dutch and hit search, and it will pull up a list of all the different groups that have the word Dutch in the name. And you will see one there called Dutch Immigrants to Ogden. It has the most members by far. Over here on the right, you see 272 right now. And there is a password. The password is Ogden, lowercase, OGDEN, no capitalized letters there. So anyway, you just click on the group right here, and then when it asks for the password, type in Ogden, all lowercase, and you will be joined. And then once you're in, let me show you how it works. So if we go back here, I've already joined, and you can just click on up here in the top left, you're going to see private groups, and you click on Dutch Immigrants to Ogden. Now everything shown over here is names from that database. So it's going to start with your closest relatives. So here it's got my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, and different people, and then more distant relatives as you go down. So as you scroll down, I'll get to first cousins and then second cousins, and you can click on show more and it will pull more names up. But let me just show you how one of these works. So let's look at Brody Ripien here. He's my third cousin, and when we pull this up, it shows that we are third cousins. It shows how we're each related to the same common ancestor. You can download this in a PDF if you want to send it to one of your friends or relatives. But you've got chart options here too. So click on this little toggle button and you can show birth country, which will just add flags to the chart down here. You can hide or show the picture for each of these people that's in their database. What I really like to do though is go to the chart layout and click on inline. If you do that, now it's going to show the straight direct ancestors. Otherwise it's going to show husband here, wife here, and if you're going through different husbands and wives, it's a little confusing. So here, with the case of me and Brody Ripien, you've got our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, all the way up to Annie Cap for me and up to Dirk Cap for Brody. So our great-grandparents were siblings, which makes us third cousins. So we have the same great-great-grandparents up here at the top. So a really powerful tool, like I said. You can also go back and just click on some of these deceased people, and it's interesting. Maybe you've heard stories from grandma or grandpa or somebody else that you were related, say, to Annika Opikins, but I don't know how. I know I'm related to a lot of Opikins. So I click on Annika here, and it shows her picture, it shows our relationship, it shows that we are sixth cousins 4 times removed, and our ancestry all goes back to Holland. And so if I click on chart options and click on show, I can see when those people maybe came to the United States. But yeah, we were close Dutch relatives for a long time back in the day in our home province there. And then the chart layout, again, I switched to inline. It's a little bit easier for me to see, but you can see Annika was related to my great-great-grandmother. They were 6 cousins, and then I'm 4 times removed from there. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, a very powerful tool. I highly encourage you to join this, and if you do, I will have a drawing for anybody who's joined, and somebody will win a prize. So hopefully this gets you in there and lets you check out this really cool tool. A great way to learn more about your ancestors.